Let me see. Okay,
Go.
working now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will mute.
Okay, Leo, can you talk to me, Leo, so you can come?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Excellent. Good.
Yeah. Leo, you unmute this. Have to use the enable original song. Okay. Mute.
Okay, so
Only you and Terry.
Oh, I hear an echo. Now I don't. Okay, that's good. Okay, Leo, I got a whole bunch of information from your teacher about what you've been working on. So I hope she told me the right thing, and I'm sure she did. So do you want to start with it? Can you show me your G major 3-octave scale?
Okay, I need measuring. No.
You know what? How many do you go up to per bow?
I go to 8.
To 8? Okay, so can you do this for me? Good. Can you do 2 and then 4 and then 8, and then we'll come back later and do 3 and 6?
Okay.
Okay. So go right. You already did 2, so go ahead to 4. Good. So by the time you've played 4 notes, why don't you do this for me? Why don't you do... Let 2 stop in the middle of your bow and then listen for 2 clicks and then continue.
Okay.
It's just a way to practice it. Oh, wait. We're going to just do half the bow first. Listen for the 2 clicks and continue to the tip. So you do 4 to the middle and then 4 to the tip. Whoops. That's too many. I don't think you're understanding what I'm telling you to do. I want you to do a total of 8 per bow. But right now, I want you to stop in the middle after 4 and then use the rest of the bow for the next 4. Got it? Okay. 1. Oops. Kind of got goofed up. Okay, so now can you do it with only listening to one click? So it's going to be. Oops. Okay, it's 4, stop, 4.
Okay.
Oops. No, Leo, I want you to stop in the middle of the bow. So we're practicing how to play 8 to the bow. Slowly. Oops, down. That should be down. Okay, how about if you're the teacher, all right, and I'm the student, and you tell me if I'm doing it correctly.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to use my metronome. You turn yours off for now. Did you have yours on 60?
Yeah.
Okay, can you turn yours off right now? Thank you.
Even half of your board is so very good with this.
Oh, I understand. Let me try it again. Okay, can you demonstrate it for me then? I get it. So that if you didn't wait for a click in the middle, how would it be? Can you just connect it now? Just play regular 8 to the bow. That was great. That was really good. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so now let's go back to 3 and 6. Ya da 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 da. So 3 to the bow. Ya da 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 da. Ya. Oh wait. Is that how your teacher wants you to do that? Okay. Great. So when you have something that's in 2 or 4 or 8, those are called duplets. And when you have something that's 3, 6, 9, 12, those are called triplets, right? Tuple or triple. So sometimes it's easier to practice all the duples together, and then it's a whole different feeling for the triplets, for the triples. So I think it's easier in the beginning when you're first working on these scales to do 2, 4, 8, and then go back and do 3 and 6. Have you tried actually slurring it legato yet?
Yeah.
Wonderful. That was great. Okay, and then how about, can you slur 8 to the bow? Can I hear you slur legato? Okay, good. So have you done any arpeggios?
Yeah. Yeah, I do arpeggio in this book,
Oh yeah, okay.
violin technique book.
So what are you using for the scale book?
Um,
Galami book, right?
I am using this one.
Okay. Oh, the Vamos. Right. Okay. I don't have a copy of that book, but I think we can't go wrong. Have you done that at all? Yeah. Okay. So was that, hold up the book that's in. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. Do you think your dad could, not now, but sometime before your next lesson, send me a picture of that page that you just played?
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So I would like you to practice that together. Okay, as far as the arpeggios go, but I'd also like you to, I'm going to send you a page too. I'm going to email you a page of what I'd like you to do for the arpeggios. All right, great. Why don't you, all right, let's go ahead to the Veracini Sonata, the Gigue. The Gigue.
Yeah.
Okay, nice job. Really nice job. I'd like you to explain to me. I like my students to be the teacher. So I want you to explain to me when you're at the middle of the bow and you go to the frog, what does your arm do? So you move your elbow in?
No.
No. Shouldn't it come up a little bit?
I don't know how to explain it.
You have to. It would be very helpful if you could explain it. Okay, so like to me right now, your elbow looks too low to be playing at the frog. Yeah, right. Could you bring it up a little higher? Yeah, so it's still going to be a little bit lower than your fingers. Can you have it sloping down a little bit? Like right about there, even more. Bring it down a little bit more. Yeah, even a little bit more. Your dad could probably fit maybe 3 fingers between your side of your shirt and your upper arm. Can you do that? Can you fit 3 fingers there?
Yeah.
Yeah, just put your fingers like horizontal. Okay, that's good. That's really good. So go back to the middle of your bow. Uh-huh. And then can you just play from there to the frog and think about your elbow and your whole upper arm following through. It's going to follow through. Like people follow through in sports a lot. If they play tennis, they have to follow through. If they play baseball, they have to follow through. So the sport of violin playing, if you're going from the middle to the frog, you have to follow through. Can you try that?
Okay.
Stand up nice. Yeah, can you just stand up nice and tall? Like tall violin? Yeah, okay. So like now, right now, I feel like your elbow's going like really in. Yeah, you have to pretend. Let's see you lift your elbow a little higher. Yes, good. Do it again. Good. Right, exactly. Uh-huh. Okay. So when you go, here's 2 words I'd like you to think about before your next lesson. When you go from the middle to the frog, I want you to think of the word float. So your arm is going to float up to the frog. From the middle to the frog, you're floating. Right? You're going from the frog to the middle, you're sinking.
Okay.
So the upper part of your arm, from your shoulder to your elbow, moves up when you go up bow, and it goes down when you go down bow.
Okay.
All right. Would you just try that on an open A string? No fingers. Uh-huh. Float. Let's see. Float. Right. Right. And that's how you're going to get more power. You're going to get the natural weight of your arm to really kick in and really help. All right. So if we go close, float, sink, and open. Close, float. I can't see you. Sink, and open. Close, float, sink, and open. Okay, start with your elbow higher, right. And now sink as you go down. Open, close, in the middle, and float. Right. Close, sink, open, close, and float. Right, so you can combine that when you're practicing this. Float, sink, open, close, float, sink. So practicing your scale for intonation in left hand, then you can work on that for right hand as well.
Okay.
Are you willing to do that?
Yeah. Right hand?
For the right hand.
Yeah.
Sink, open, close, float, float. Close, float. Stop. I think you have it backwards. I think you're floating when you're supposed to be sinking and sinking when you're supposed to be floating. I hope you don't do that when you're in the water. It might be troublesome. When you're supposed to be floating but you're sinking, that's not so good. All right, so the up bow is the float, the down bow is the sink. In fact, can you put your violin and your bow on the couch? Okay, so how's your imagination?
It's pretty good.
Okay, can you move over a little bit so I can see you? Okay. Oh, then you can't see me. Okay. So I want you to take your bow hand and I want you to pretend there's an apple tree in front of you to the left. Okay, and you're going to reach, well, it's going to be right over your left foot. The apple tree is going to be right next to your left foot.
Okay.
That's where the roots of the apple tree. So I want you to reach up and pick an apple off of the highest part of the tree. Right. Did you see how your elbow floated up to the pick that apple? Can you do it again? All right. So now there's a basket, a bright red basket by your right foot. Will you put that apple in the basket, please? Don't bruise. Don't let it bruise. Okay, and then pick 5 apples for me. Go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so if you can imagine that that's what your bow is doing as you're going up, you're getting that same feeling that you just had when you picked the apple.
Okay.
Dad, can you see that? Is your dad around?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think he's on
I'm
No,
here.
I'm recording it. He's recording it.
What do you
Okay,
want me
so
to do?
do you help him when he practices?
No.
No. Okay. Well, maybe you could look in and see if he's doing it, not the opposite way, but
Okay.
that he actually floats when
Okay.
he's going up bow and that he sinks when he's going down bow.
Okay.
Okay. If you could check, that would be great. That would save a lot of time.
Okay.
All right. So can you just do it one more time? Can you just play an up bow for me on the A string?
Okay.
All the way to the frog.
Oh.
There you go. That's good. I bet that feels really high to you. I bet your elbow feels super high right now. Yeah. Okay. In the olden days, really olden days, like in the 1800s or so, even early 1900s, the violinists used to play with like a book under their arm. And they had to play so they wouldn't move their elbow. And they had to play and not drop the book. Can you imagine holding a book under your arm? Like Harry Potter or something like that?
And with a bigger book, I think.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that. I mean, you don't want to do that. So that's out of style now. That's not the way we play these days. If you look at any really, really famous violinist, they have a moving elbow. So we don't want to keep it stationary. So make sure when you get the frog, and that the reason I'm telling you this is because in Vericini in the jig, if you play with your elbow down like you were doing, first of all, you're going to hurt. I don't want you to hurt. Second of all, it's not going to make the sound that you really want to have. Even if you have a beautiful violin, it's not going to make the sound that you want. So, all right. So, I would like to hear you start on the pickup to measure 22, which is after the first repeat sign. Good. Okay. So how do you approach getting that chord? The triple stop, the chord. How do you do it?
I just play I play F sharp first. I put F sharp on there, and then A, and then E.
Good. Okay. So here's how I want you to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right before you start moving your fingers, I'm going to count to 5, and by the time you hear me say 5, play the chord. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right, I'm giving you time to do it so you can get it really in tune. If you get it out of tune, you owe me $1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now can you vibrate the upper 2 notes? Good, great. Okay, now I'm only going to count to 4. When you hear me say 4, play the chord. One, 2, 3, 4. You owe me $2. Okay, and vibrate. Good. Okay, now I'm only going to count to 3. One, 2, 3. Okay, I'm only going to count to 2. 1, 2. I'm only going to count to 1. 1. And now I'm not going to count. You're just going to play it. Good. Okay. Well, good. So your teacher even does my bowings. Can you get softer on those repeated G's? Nice. What about there? Those are repeated notes also. Right, get really soft. Soft, softer, softest. Yeah. Okay, what if I bet you could get softer. Ah. You know, that really was very sensitive playing. I love it. It was very grown up, very mature. Okay, what about the beginning? Where you I play it this way? Or
the second one, the Latin.
right. So here's the repeated D's. So we're gonna loudest, softer, softer, softest. Very sensitive. Wow. Leo, that was great. That was really great. That was good. Okay, so now I would like to invite you to use a different fingering with one spot on the second page. The spot that goes, it's a little cadenza. The piano stops playing. You're playing all by yourself and it's... Instead of playing open E, instead of going to the E string, I go to third position, second finger. And then you can sneak back to the open string. No, you did it right. You did it right. Whoops. And then open E. Start down bow. Start down bow. You're really close. You just have to remember where I get back down to first position.
Oh.
You remember that, or do you need me to do it again?
Do it again.
Okay. Watch this time. You see my fingers?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, don't miss it now. Down. Down bow. Down bow. Start down bow.
Oh.
Great. Do you want to mark that in your music? Sounds much more grown up to me. Much more artistic.
Okay.
Okay, so why don't you start now at the repeat sign? Second repeat sign. Can you start at the second repeat sign?
Okay.
I mean the second half, measure 22. Pick up to 22.
Okay.
Keep going. That was great. That was very good. Can you? Okay, that was great, but I don't like the way you're playing the last note. What does it say in the music to do on the last note?
Oh, it says poco largamente. I don't know what that means.
Okay, well, I mean beyond the poco largamente, which poco means a little, and largamento means broaden it out or slow it down just a little bit. Right, and then there's a diminuendo. Right at the end, yeah. So make right, yeah. And then the thing is that you've set a great mood. You've set a really happy, sprightly, energetic mood, and then you end it like this. Look, which doesn't convey to your audience that you're energized, that you have a lot of energy, and that you're. What is a jig, by the way?
Huh?
What is a jig? The name of this piece is jig. What is it?
Do you want me to describe the time rhythm it usually is, or what it is?
I want to know what it is. Is it an illness? Is it a
Dance. It's a dance.
it's a dance. Right, it's a dance. And usually when you're dancing, unless you're slow dancing, but even when you're slow dancing, your feet leave the floor one at a time. Right? So you're picking your feet up to dance. Which is why we're lifting the bow off the string. So I would like you to pretend that you're an actor. And when you play the end, and lift your hand up. After you take your bow off the string, lift your hand and the tip of the bow up in the air and freeze like that for 2 seconds. I challenge you to do that. Good. And keep vibrating the whole time. Even when your bow is out in the air, keep vibrating your left hand. Because if you're really in tune, you'll still be able to hear it when you keep, even though you're only vibrating. Good, good. Okay, that's more alive. All right, can I hear Bach? Oh, so for next week, I definitely want to, your next lesson, I want you to definitely practice the floating and the sink. So when you're playing on the E string at the frog, your elbow's higher, still lower than your hand. There's still a slight slope, but it's not like this. Okay. I will also want to make sure that you get the chords in time, like if you played it with a metronome. Da 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 da. Yum. Ba da 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 da. No waiting. No waiting to get those fingers. You have to get it right in time.
Okay.
Got it? Who takes notes for you? Or you just keep it in your head or what? Does your teacher take notes for you, or?
No, I keep in my head to practice.
But do you keep in your head what to practice?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Can I hear Bach double? Good job counting. Really, really good job counting.
It got into my eye, and then I had to stop abruptly.
Yes.
And then it got on my hand, and then it felt like something was wriggling on my hand.
Ew, like a bug?
No, I don't
Oh,
know. The doctor couldn't see anything.
like a worm. Ew. Ew. Okay. So can you start at the top of page 36 and just play like 2 lines for me?
No.
Okay, so on the very last measure of that page, on the first line, but the last measure, can you be a little bit more careful with your half steps and your whole steps? Yeah, those 2 measures are still quite out of tune. I mean, it's not grossly out of tune, but it's a little bit out of tune. Too much out of tune because you play too well. It's right here. The C sounds sharper to me than it needs to be. And the half steps need to be, so just, here's a general rule of thumb. The half steps need to be closer and the whole steps need to be farther apart. Does that make sense to you? Do you think in terms of half steps and whole steps? Yeah, okay. So can you try that once more from... And you know what? You know what, Leo? I highly recommend that on measure, what is that? 73, you shift to third position on the first note and not wait till the fourth note.
Okay.
So on the D. Do you want to start on the second measure? And then shift. Okay, stop. So I'm a big fan of when you have 3 notes slurred together and it's a down bow. I'm a big fan of you playing it more in the lower part of the bow. So for instance, instead of, can you try that? Try that. It's measure 79 and stay in the lower quarter of your bow. Lower quarter. Wait, Leo. Yeah, make sure you start by the silver part of your bow. Okay, now start. Now can you play that part again, but have your elbow be higher? And stand up nice and tall. You're really slouching over. Yeah, you need. Can you see my finger? Can you point your scroll at my finger? Yeah. Okay. I have a feeling. What is your music on? What is your music? Is it on a stand? Music stand? I think the stand is too low, and it's causing you to get have bad posture. So make sure you raise that stand up when every time you practice. Otherwise, your violin's going to get lower and lower and lower and lower, and then you're not going to look like Joshua Bell when you play.
Who's that?
Who is Joshua Bell? Oh my goodness gracious. He's like one of the world's most famous violinists right now. Or what about Augustin Hadalick? He's my favorite violinist in the whole world. He's amazing. If he ever comes to Florida, you should go see him, no matter how far away he is. Go see him in person, get his autograph. Okay, so every single time, I want you to look at your music. Like, look at measure 37. 36 and 37 where it starts. Okay, can you please play in the lower part of the bow, that part? Lower part. Lower part. Great. I want you to use the same amount of bow on the fourth note that you use for all three notes. That was better, except your elbow was tied to your side. So you got to get your elbow higher. Right. And you know what? Even you could even have it be higher. Okay, let's find another spot. Measure 52. Yeah, 52. Okay, so why do I want you to play measure 52? What did I want you to do?
There's three slow. There's three down bow.
Lower in the bow, right? Right, right. So on the down bow, I want you to be high enough so you can sink. And on the up bow, I want you to be low enough so you can float. So sink and float and stay in the lower part of the bow. Sink and float. Start high. Okay. Good. Okay, stop. You do measure 67 and 67 and 68.
Okay.
Once more, starting with your elbow higher. Yeah, you know what? Leo, you know what? When you did that, it was so good that even over Zoom, I heard a big difference in your tone when you started with your elbow higher. And you standing up really tall. Get your scroll up higher too. Right, okay. So you have to go on a treasure hunt or a scavenger hunt. And you have to find all the places in the Bach double where its three notes are slurred. And you have to do it slowly. Right. All right, so when you practice, that's what I want you to think about. Great. Do you have any questions?
I don't think I have much questions.
Okay. Remind me, how old are you?
I just turned 9 like less than a month. I turned 9 like 2 months ago.
Oh, wow. Cool. Great. So are you going into fourth grade or fifth grade? Fourth grade. Fourth grade. Wow. You know, I just taught Andy. I think Andy's a person before you.
And
You should meet him. Maybe you need to come into his lesson earlier. All right. So I will see you in a couple of weeks. Keep practicing what your teacher wants you to practice too.
Okay.
Do you
Thank
own
you
book?
very much.
You're welcome. Do you own book 6?
Yeah, we have book 6. We have book
Okay.
6, 7, 8.
Okay. All right, you're ready. All right, very good. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Terry, I also have a contact with Andy's mom now. So
Okay.
are you saying that he should come to Andy's class, or just are you saying that?
Oh, no, I was just saying sometime they ought to meet each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will discuss with his mom. Maybe we can. Yeah.
Okay.
You want them to like combine lesson or what?
No, but they would be, maybe it'd be nice to be like pen pals, or, just have somebody who's around the same age that has the same interests that.
Oh, okay. I will talk to his mom. I will
Okay.
talk to his mom. Thank you, Terry.
Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, are you still there?
Yeah.
Is your
Yeah,
dad?
yeah, I'm still there. Yeah, yeah.
So I was thinking there used to be a violin maker in Naples.
Yeah?
His name is Tim Neal, Neael. I don't know if he still is there or not. That was several years ago. I know he was there. His mom is older, but she's I think she retired, a violin teacher up in Buffalo, New York. And he moved down to Naples and he set up a violin shop. He's a good luthier and had a nice selection of violins. And I don't know if he's still in business, but you might want to check him out. I know you
Okay.
were looking.
Can you send me the name? Yeah,
Oh yeah,
just yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I will.
I think a few months ago I contacted some person that he said he's always going back to Chicago for half a year, something. Not sure if that's the person, but
Oh, I don't know. I've lost
okay,
track of
probably
him.
not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
All right, I gotta
Okay,
go.
thank you.
Okay.